What's up, gang? Deadpool here, coming at you from Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, where today I'm going to finally check out the Academy of Villains show. That's right, it is November 1st, and I'm going to take a look. I haven't seen the show yet. I'm really excited. I've heard some great things. We're going to head on in, and I will let you know what we think once we actually take a look. So come with me and let's check it out. We're going to go do Academy of Villains, because we have not done this yet. This is actually the last thing at Horror Nights that we have to do. So I will let you guys know what we think about after it's over. Alright, gang, so we are clearly home from Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. Sadly, Horror Nights has come to an end. There were some fantastic houses, some great scare zones. The show by Academy of Villains was very well done, very well choreographed. I liked the theming of it. I enjoy their performances immensely. I think they're extremely talented people, and it makes me miss my days when I used to dance. But I don't think that they work well for that big theater. I liked it when it was more open and outside. It felt like there was a lot more interaction with the audience when they were out there. So, that's just my personal opinion. Again, phenomenal job by them. I always enjoy watching their show, so I'm so happy that I caught it, although it was a little bit late in the season. But hey, better late than never. So now that we're wrapping up this Halloween season, I wanted to show you guys some of the goodies that I picked up at Universal. Now, I'm not going to lie, in years past, I wasn't really a big fan of their Horror Nights merchandise. I usually bought like the house shirts, the shirts that have all the houses listed. That's normally my only purchase that I make when I do go. Well, this year was a little different. This year, they killed it with the merch. Absolutely killed it between all the t-shirts and the cups and the interactive lanyard that they had and some of the pins. They just had some really cool stuff. So I wanted to start off with the last three things I purchased. Now, because everything is over, they did have a lot of their stuff on clearance for 70% off. Some was 50, some was 70% off, depending. They also had t-shirts this year that you could have them customized. Those were buy one, get one half off. And if you were an annual pass holder, you could have used your annual pass holder discount towards that as well, which made it even cheaper, and it ended up being a BOGO. So JD and I both got printed shirts. I'm kind of happy we waited till the last minute on that one. So one of the last things that we picked was this lovely little interactive skull guy. Now this guy, you were supposed to hang him around your neck. You would turn him on as you wandered the park, and it would interact with all the different scare zones. So the lighting changes on here. You can actually change the settings yourself on the back if you didn't know this. It's got the little on button. If you slide it all the way to the left, there's another little button up here in the stem. If you push, it'll change the colors to solids or blinky, or that's a pretty blue. So yeah, so these normally in the park retailed initially for around like $18, $19. It was kind of pricey, and I mean they're heavy. I honestly, for me, would not want to walk around the park with this. Now, we did get it for two reasons. Number one, it was on sale, so we got it for $11. Kudos. Number two, I really liked the lanyard that comes with it. This lanyard was not available for sale on its own. It only came with this interactive little skull here, so that was the other reason why we picked it up, because we wanted the lanyard, because you can never have enough of those. So the skull was fantastic. Now we did pick up some more. Sorry, gotta reach for my bag here. It's like Christmas almost. We also picked up this really cool Chucky statue. This thing was also on clearance. The original price on this is marked at $45. This bad boy we picked up for $13. They still had quite a few of them left. They were selling like hotcakes. People were grabbing them, just to give you another look. So yeah, we got that for 13 bucks. So really excited about this. I like Chucky. He's one of my faves. The other thing that we also waited on, now I had been kind of eyeing these in the store, and I was on the fence about getting a pair of these. And I said, you know what, if they've got them, I'll go take a look. Maybe they're on sale, and they had them. So they had these trick-or-treat leggings, which I picked up. Now normally these leggings retail, they were $33. $33 for some leggings. I got them on sale for $10. I saved 20 bucks. So by waiting until the end of the run, and we actually did these purchases on Sunday. So by waiting until after, when everything went on sale, we got some really good deals. The downside of that is if there was a particular shirt that you wanted, like the annual pass holder shirts, the house shirts, those are already gone. So if you missed out on those, you missed out. So it's a I don't want to say don't make your purchase the first time you go if you do frequent flyer, or if you're going to go, in general. Definitely get what you want, because nothing is guaranteed at the end. Things sell out. So luckily when we went, we got a couple of things that were really cool before, the end of the run. So the first thing that we bought, and this is by far the best thing and my most favorite thing that they did this year, and I hope they do it again. They came out with these freestyle cups. Now, they had a couple of different ones for Horror Nights this year. They had a yellow one that was similar. They had the pumpkin, and then they had this one. This one is the Frequent Fear Cup. It was $30. Once you activated it, it was good for the entire run. You didn't have to recharge it. You could just show up to any of the freestyle cups, stick it in there, get your ice, get your water, get your sodas, get your high C's, get your specialty fruit punches, get whatever. And these were good up until the second. This bad boy paid for itself the first night we got it. It was so hot that we were drinking water like crazy, and we were like, you know what, let's just get one of these. Me and my fiance, we decided we were going to share it because, we come together. And it's definitely the best investment that we could have gotten. It saved us a lot of money in the long run. So Universal, if you're watching this, please do something like this again. This was totally worth it. Now, the other thing that we got is we did buy the specialty drinks because we like the cups. They're fun. So they had the twisty straw back on these this year. And I don't know if this one's going to do it. I think the battery's dead. Normally the bottom lights up, my battery's dead. So the bottom lights up. These come with one flavored drink on one side, another on the other, and then you're supposed to sip them both together, and it's supposed to mix the flavors. And normally I'm not a fan of drinks that do this because when you mix them a lot of the times they don't taste very good. So for you people that enjoy them, I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of that particular style. They also had the beer cup, which was cool. Got the little pumpkin logo on there. This one lights up as well. Having issues tonight. And then on the back it just says, we know what scares you. It does have the year on it, Halloween Horror Nights 2018. So that was another cup. Now, this cup and this cup, both of these, when you bought them, you could get refills at a discounted price, which is always nice. But again, my heart belongs to that Freestyle Frequent Fear Cup. Totally worth it. Now, the last couple of things that I wanted to show you. First of all, we got a couple of t-shirts. So let me grab them real quick. And I'm back. So we did purchase the annual pass holder shirt this year. This is probably one of my favorite designs. I absolutely love the pumpkin. We also got the pin to go with this. This was about 30 bucks. These sell out really fast. So this was actually our very first purchase when we went to Horror Nights because we love the design. JD got one and I got one, so we both have matching shirts, which happens more often than you would think because we have the same taste in movies and music and just all kinds of goodies. So that was our first purchase. The second one that I did is I normally try to get the shirts that have all the houses listed, so I did that again this year. I absolutely love the way that this fits. I love the way that it hangs. I love the style. I love the fabric on it. The back has a list of all the houses. And even this, it's not that crinkly material that they've had in the past. Like the shirt I'm wearing, this is also a Horror Nights shirt from years past. It's a weird texture on the fabric that I'm not a fan of. So this was fantastic. And I know that you guys are probably going to point this one out, so I'm going to go ahead and let you have it. The Harvest, yes, it was a scare zone this year. Originally, it was supposed to be a house, but at the last minute, Blumhouse slid on in and ended up taking it as a house. So instead, the Harvest was a scare zone this year. So this, I do really like this house shirt. And I do wear my shirts. So they get a little worn, and once they get past the point of no return, I make a blanket. So hey, good use. Now the last shirt I bought was the custom shirts that you could get printed at the iHorror Ink stations. They had them in Men in Black. They also had them in the Horror Nights Tribute Store. They had certain designs that you could choose from. You could pick your sizes. You could pick your styles. You could mix and match some of them. Slaughter Cinema is my top house out of the, out of Universal houses, out of the non-movie houses. Slaughter Cinema was my favorites, of course, when it came to getting one of these shirts. I had a tough time deciding, and for whatever reason, this design right here stuck in my head. That's right. Cults of the Beast, baby. Is my fave. I don't know why. It was between this and Midnight Snacks 2. JD ended up with the Amazon Cannibal Woman from Hell shirt, which is still really awesome. So I'm hoping that Universal brings back the printed tees again next year. They were really awesome, and it was a nice way to incorporate the designs. I will say, out of all the stuff that they had this year, out of all the Halloween stuff, out of all the stuff for Trick or Treat, out of all the Stranger Things stuff, where was the Poltergeist merchandise? There was not, okay, there was one thing that had Poltergeist on it, and that was the house shirt, the one that I just showed you guys. And there was one other shirt, it had like Stranger Things, and it had a couple of the little icons on it, and it was like the TV in the hands. Poltergeist did not have its own shirt. All of the other movie houses had their own something. Trick or Treat had leggings and shirts. Stranger Things had shirts, they had baseball caps, they had cups, they had you name it, it was slapped on there. Halloween had was also on the Tervis, it was also on a cup as well, and they had their own shirts. So what happened to Poltergeist? Why was there no merch for Poltergeist? Poltergeist was by far the best house of this year, next to Slaughter Cinema. But it was, in my opinion, the best house this year, and a lot of other people felt the same way. I believe House of the Year went to Stranger Things, and Scare Zone went to Chucky's Revenge. I'm sorry, but no. Poltergeist should have won House of the Year, followed by a close second of Slaughter Cinema. Very close second. Scare Zone should have went to, I'm going to say Vamp 85. Killer Clowns was great, don't get me wrong. The suits were amazing. The little props that they had was fantastic. Vamp 85 was much more. They had the dance show. They had a whole bunch of stuff set out as far as props goes. They had a stage with dead rockers. They had the van out. They had all the vampires running around. They had some victims. I love victims. And yes, Killer Clowns had a victim too. But just Vamp 85 was so much more fun. The music was fantastic. That show and Scare Zone of the Year, in my opinion. So, Universal, you missed an opportunity on Poltergeist merchandise. I'm bringing it back to that. So, maybe in the future, if you do movie houses, make a shirt for each house. Especially if you know it's good. And I know you guys knew how good this house was going to be. So yeah, that's going to sum up my my thoughts and my merch and my last trip to Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. I am a little sad now that our season to the public is over. To us horror fans, and to me, it never really ends. So yeah, stay tuned for some amazing new videos. I'm gonna go to some new places. I'm gonna speak with some special effects guys who do some prop building. Looking forward to that. I've got a couple of interviews coming up. I've got all kinds of goodies. So if you have not yet done so, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit that little bell at the bottom so you get notifications for when I post new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, keep it spooky.